We had D.H. Smith, and we had and that was D.H. and Hardy versus Ken Kennedy and Carlito.
Indeed.
That match, well, it really doesn't matter because DH is suspended now for 30 days for steroids. That match was, to me, also boring.
Yeah, I think it was fun. You know, whatever. It was a nice little match. But I mean, like, as far as, first of all, they give Harry Smith some lame generic rock music. He doesn't come out to his dad's theme, which is fine.
Which was amazing the week before when he did it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. But even backtracking a little bit further, why did he debut in Dayton, Ohio instead of in England the week before?
Exactly.
I understand not everything can be perfect. I don't expect everything to be perfect. Candice Michelle nearly dying on Raw was not supposed to happen. Things happen.
I don't think that was in their segment sheet, my friend.
That was not in the segment sheet. No, it probably was not. But I think, you knew going into this that the Hardys, Jeff Hardy and D.H. Smith were probably going to go over, and you knew Carlito was going to take the fall.
Yep.
Ken Kennedy. The thing is, with Ken Kennedy, I'm a big Ken Kennedy fan.
We both are, my friend.
I think he is the future of pro wrestling.
His gimmick is so. You don't see a Ken Kennedy every day. You don't see that.
No, that's natural, God-given talent.
Yeah, he did have help developing the character from Paul Heyman, but
he's worked with a lot.
Paul Heyman can only do so much. Yeah. That's all Ken Kennedy. That's all Ken Kennedy.
This guy took the ball, and he's worked with a lot of big names, and I'm sure they've all rubbed off on him, and I understand that, and I love him. I think he's great. But the problem is, I think just going on a small segue right here with Ken Kennedy, who I want to address right quick. I think that his win-loss record on Raw since the draft. He's won 3 matches and lost 300. Yep. Not only did John Cena make him look like a wimp, a bitch. In a segment not too long ago, and totally embarrassed him. Kids were laughing at him. They're not going to buy his merchandise. They're not going to buy it. He loses to Jeff Hardy nearly every night.
Well, next to Randy Orton, Ken Kennedy right now is the top heel.
Yeah,
on Raw,
and which makes it sad because after Ken Kennedy, who do you have?
You really don't have anybody.
Umaga?
You got Umaga. By the way, we'll get to William Regal in a minute.
Yeah,
Umaga. But you don't really have anybody else. You really don't have anybody else at all, and that's kind of sad. We had a Cody Rhodes and Bob Holly Rhodes versus
their world's greatest tag team.
Okay.
When they were Team Angle, I cared.
Let me sum this up for you. Drop the world's greatest tag team, Cody Rhodes versus Bob Holly every night. I want to see Alabama Slam on Cody Rhodes. I don't want him to win ever at all. Never. Maybe once in every 10 matches. But as long as he gets Alabama Slam, that's a 5-star match.
I like Cody Rhodes. I like his pop. I like Cody. I think he's a great talent.
He's got something there. There's something there that could potentially pop him more.
I agree. I like Bob Core. I like hardcore Bob Holly. Mm-hmm. Sparkplug. I love him. I think he's a vet. I like it. I like, they have these stiff competitive matches.
They work well together. They really do.
They do. And I think that if you remember, 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago rather, I think the Raw before they had their final one-on-one match, they actually hyped it up. Mm-hmm. And then the week after we have this tag match, there's no hype, there's no explanation. It was obviously the logical progression of what was going to happen, but there was no hype. Where was the payoff? Where were the Cody Rhodes fangirls and the Bob hardcore Holly maniacs? How were they to know about this great match that was going to happen?
Then you had, I think we might have missed something. If we did, we apologize. Yeah. But you have your main event. You have Randy Orton and Umaga versus Triple H. Triple H.
Exactly.
This is how I feel about it. We both pretty much feel the same way. Randy Orton right now is the softest WWE champion to date, by far. Okay?
Yeah.
How are you going to have a man go in before winning the title? And I understand John Cena got hurt. They had to give the belt to somebody. We understand that. We get it. But you have Randy Orton, a.k.a. the Legend Killer. He's basically kneeing people in the head every other week, killing people, making them retire, and then what happens? He wins the title. He gets super kicked 4 times in a row by Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
He's looking like a bona fide bitch.
Yeah, he looks like a wimp. Honest to God, I think David Arquette had more rep as the WCW Heavyweight Champion, which is a shame. I mean, love him or hate him, I know he straps on the chin lock every minute, and it's not that great to see. But the guy is an old school. He's working an old school heel persona like his pops.
Mm-hmm.
He's got,
and he's over as a heel.
He's over. He's over. The fans don't like him. Fair enough. If that's because he's boring or because he actually, makes them hate him, whatever. He's still getting heat. He works. I mean, Randy Orton is probably scary to a 12-year-old, which is really the WWE's main audience right now of John Cena. If I saw Randy Orton, I'd be like, oh my God, this guy's going to RKO. I'd be dead. Doesn't matter. But look back a couple weeks before Cyber Sunday, you had Randy Orton wrestle not once, not twice, but a total of 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And he arguably got beat in every match. Jeff Hardy hit the Swanton, but was then interrupted by Ken Kennedy. So you could kind of say that Jeff would have won. After that, he wrestles Ken Kennedy. And I can understand if you're using, let's just pretend wrestling's real fast. If you wrestle 3 times or more than one time in a night, you're going to be fatigued, you are hurt. I can understand this. And the logical, idea that wrestling is real. But running with that, Ken Kennedy wrestles him, hits the Finley flip, and pretty much beats him until Jeff Hardy comes out. So he's basically got, you may not want to say lost, but got but had a finisher done to him. It made him look like he was in danger of losing 2 times so far in one show. And then 3 with Shawn Michaels after, about to give him, either hit him with a super kick or was about to hit him with a super kick, I forget. And then had Ken Kennedy and then Jeff Hardy and a big cluster F that was, a big Cyber Sunday promotion.
And then at Cyber Sunday, we didn't watch Cyber Sunday. We rarely get WWE pay-per-views. We usually go to Hooters.
We're too poor.
He is fighting HBK, and right when HBK's about to deliver a super kick, he gives him a low blow. Amazing, because, Randy Orton's a heel, blah, blah, whatever. It works. But instead of having him go over, maybe build some more credit up, what happens? He gets super kicked in the face.
Again, after HBK's already gotten hit in the junk. So instead of...
Not just hitting the junk, super hitting the junk. Okay?
Yeah, it was like a mega hit in the junk. This was like the worst low blow of all freaking time. Except for a Mick Foley match with some barbed wire or an Al Snow bowling ball. I don't know, something like that. But he could have done that crazy, kick where he could have debilitated Shawn Michaels and it's like, oh my God, stop the damn match. He might be out for weeks. Oh my God. But no, they just wait. They ended the show. Randy Orton was asleep per usual. Shawn Michaels looks good as he should, just coming back. But plus another item is WWE likes these disqualifications. What was it? The pay-per-view before? What was it? The ECW title match? 1.5 minutes on a DQ with Matt Striker running and hitting CM Punk.
It's like I said before, that was last week's Raw. You see us looking over there. We're watching Raw now.
Yeah.
We like wrestling.
Yeah.
And one thing we both want to make very clear on this our first edition of Pro Wrestling and You is that is that we're not marks.
No.
We're just we like wrestling.
Yeah.
We're very passionate about wrestling.
Love it.
I don't favor TNA to WWE. I don't favor WWE to TNA.
Live it.
We breathe it. We eat it. We sleep with it. If I could have sex with wrestling, I would. I let it have my children. Okay.
Fair enough.
And that's pretty much all we have to say in this first installment. Yeah. We want to thank you.
Yeah,
we hope to hear from you.
Yep.
Subscribe to us. We're gonna try to make this a weekly or bi-weekly show.
Yeah.
And we hope to hear from you soon.
Indeed.
And we want one love.
One love. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed us.